The Cy-Hawk Trophy. On the one hand, it divides a state. On the other, it brings it together. And everyone across this great state, from drag bride to the legendary water in Ames, know that winning this trophy can have you pedaling toward a high water mark. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on last year's national champions, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Cyclones' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Iowa's offense is on the field for the first time today. The Cyclones just blew away the Hawkeyes in the last meeting between these two.
And those buses in the parking lots for Iowa State tailgates, they have been partying in those for a year after beating down their rivals.
I think Iowa was shell-shocked in that game. They're not used to their opponents being as physical as them, and Iowa State matched that physicality. It was so impressive.
And the Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Finds his tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. No huddle here for the offense.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. Breaks into the open. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way. And when you watch the product on the field every year, it's usually low scoring, but it's a lot of physical, tough people on the field.
Yeah, and, you know, people in Iowa, they just love football. And this is a rivalry game that really hits home for so many. Regardless of which side of the fence you're on, in this game, Iowa or Iowa State, it means so much.
9th play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a 3rd down. Bring in the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
They'll run it from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off-play action on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Across the 25, he's got room. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa has the ball back on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
The Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And the Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
He's looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw. It falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
He's got it. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Fisher. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Making side adjustments here. Toss to the outside. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Fisher. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
You want to play zone? You don't want to bring pressure? That's fine. If I'm a wide receiver, it's my job to find those holes. I sit down in it. Nice curl route, nice throw, nice catch.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Finds the tight end. There he goes. Ripping through the defense. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They'll try to run it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Touchdown, Iowa State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quick release on the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Hawkeyes will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Punts it out of the air. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. From the gun, running back on the move. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
He's going to run it. Keeps it himself and gets the first.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop him. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. That gives him 54 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Fights off the defender. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. But makes the catch. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The Cyclones, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Gets rid of it. Back's got it. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly complete. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. The Hawkeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. He leaves it with the back. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Hauls it in. Tackled there by the defense. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. They go to the wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll give it to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Caught close to the marker. It's Touré. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Cyclones will have it 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. To the air on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got out of trouble and throws. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, these fan bases have been hyped, and with the Cy-Hawk Trophy up for grabs, who knows what the second half will give us. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Iowa and Iowa State plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Now they have extended extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Wide receiver going in motion. First play of the drive, wants to throw. They're working that left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Cyclones are marching down the field. Under fire. It's complete on the right side. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State. Quick strike through the air for the score. The Cyclones keep gaining strength, and Iowa State stretches out its lead.
Man, gaining strength, gaining momentum, gaining belief, right? Like gaining belief that you can get this done. Such a big rivalry game with so much emotion.
Yeah, Iowa feels like they're in a natural disaster right now. They feel like they're in a cyclone. They don't know which way is up or down. They are lost.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
The snap sets up the throw. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and in 3rd and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass, and the defense did a really good job playing the pass. And 4th down now, it's decision time for you.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense.
They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Hawkeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
Got his man. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. He has 89 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. They'll give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Cyclones lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He might want another play. He's looking to throw on third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, fourth and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. And they finally make the tackle. This will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Fisher. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Fisher. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. On the move to the right, looking for a big one.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He wants to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Touré. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw on 3rd. Quickly to the tight end. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Payne.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediates.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give us up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The give to the single back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. The Cyclones in a good spot here with second and short. Power football with the run. Past the first down marker and still running. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go into the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.